Thank you, Wally, and thanks to Vertical Events for putting on another great showcase again this year. Last year, I was in here talking about the lithium project. Lithium's in the toilet now, so we've moved on to a gold project, a great gold project that we're going to be progressing through to production at the Van Uden in Western Australia. Usual disclaimer, you can read that at your leisure. So where are we? We're in the Forrestania belt in Western Australia. It's got a long history of mining from the 1950s and 60s right through to today. The Marvel Lock mine there is still going strong and has been the longest producer in the region. We've acquired the project, granted mining leases, exploration licences and miscellaneous licences. It's an advanced project. The previous operating mines in the area as well, and we're close to infrastructure. There's sealed roads going to nearby mills as well, which is great for our potential near-term cash flow from existing stockpiles that were created from past mining. So we hope to monetise those as soon as we possibly can. Just on the corporate side, so we've got a rather modest market cap for our resource size of 227,000 ounces. We still got some cash in the bank after we've did the acquisition of the Van Uden project. Our top 50 shareholders are still loyal to us at just around 65% of the register, and our founders are still there as well. We're supported by a strong experienced board. Our share price has been basically ticking along ranging between 10 and 13 cents since we've done the acquisition. We hope to see a breakout range in that as soon as we get closer towards production. So just on the Van Uden deposit, it is a large deposit. It's 2.5 kilometres in strike length, has been defined at the moment. It's open at both ends, in the north and south, and more importantly, open at depth as well. We've defined 227,000 ounces, as I said before, in a new updated JORC 2012 resource. And there's more upside to be had in that resource. Just needs a bit of drilling more to increase that resource. As you can see in the slide there too, in the granted mining leases, we've also got miscellaneous licences with the haul roads out to the sealed road. So everything's in place there for us to get a quick start. Just moving it on the updated resource there. So there's the model in that picture there. And you can see it's open in most directions, out to the east, down dip and along strike as well. There's been a lot of historic drilling done on there, but at shallow depths, so in the north, 80 metres and to the south of the defined deposit to 150 metres. The resource has been bound by a $5,000 open pit shell, $5,000 an ounce Australian, and that's important. That future-proofs our mineral resource estimate going forward for the JORC 2025, which hopefully will be coming out later this year. It also defines for us some walk-up drill targets that our exploration geologists are really looking forward to get stuck into, and some easy wins there on increasing the resource. Where exactly are we in the belt? So you can see there's the two nearby mills of Marvel Lock and Edna May, and then also there's availability in Coolgardie as well. We are just across the road from the Mount Holland lithium mine, which has provided us with great infrastructure going forward. So there's sealed roads north of us all the way to Southern Cross and then onto the Great Eastern Highway. And then we've got obviously connecting roads going to that as well. We've got power as well on site, so Western Power uses the road. And as I said before, 4 granted mining leases, 5 exploration licenses, miscellaneous haul roads. It's all set up, ready to go, ready to be prepared for production. We're also in proximity to our Lake Johnson lithium project, so we can share resources between those two projects. Just going through the fly-through of the resource. So we start in the southern end initially, and we'll go past the Tasman pit. So you can see there, this is the deepest section of the deposit, down to around 150 metres. But there's still a lot of potential for the resource to grow. So the parts which are there outside of the pit shell, they're unclassified. Modelled mineralisation. To get that into a classification suitable for even inferred, we just need to do more drilling. The drilling density is too light in those areas. So as we can see now, we're moving towards the central part. There's still high-grade areas in there. So all the magenta is plus 2 grams per tonne. All the red is plus 1. This now zooms out to the full extent, 2.5 kilometres of the defined resource as it is now. And then we'll zoom in now and continue north along the trend. You can see there too the surface mineralisation there, which is all the laterite. That's also presents an opportunity for us for wins because that's going to be pretty much zero stripping ratio when we take that out, and also potential for alternative processing as well if we can get away with doing some of that on site. In the northern area here, you can see there's great potential for expanding the resource down to through by basically upgrading that unclassified section there, which is outside the pit, with quite short holes too. So that's only to 80 metres there. So that'll be some short depth drilling there to be able to upgrade those resources. And then as we zoom up again, you'll be able to see our connecting infrastructure, which gets us out to the sealed roads, where we can then go north to the processing plants that are available. Just zooming now in on the cross sections. So this is a cross section through the old Tasman open pit, where they pulled out 136,000 tonnes at 2.54 in between 1998 and 2000. And then it was fed through to the old Bounty mill, which is no longer there. That's now covered up by a whole lot of lithium infrastructure from the Wesfarmers SQM joint venture. There's still mineralisation below the pit floor in the Tasman pit. There's probably a fair bit there. We can put it into a parcel as well, and that'll be a focus for us going forward as well, identifying that for some quick wins as well as doing our stockpiles, which are easy to get to. And as you can see, there's a lot that's been left there and a lot of high grade in this area as well. It's only, as I said before, only limited by the current drilling. A bit more of that drilling done and that'll push that pit down further. Just on further in the northern end, so there's the Demon pit. That was done in the 1990s as a dump leach trial. And again, they left most of the ore body behind. But this also highlights the large amount of laterite that's available for us and was hardly even touched back in the day. And that'll be it's about 759,000 tonnes of laterite there for 18,740 ounces. If we can treat that cheaply, then that's going to be a great win for us as well, very cheaply. So talking about the remnant stockpiles which were left behind from the previous mining, that's a picture of them there. They've been drilled now. The samples are in the lab for metallurgical test work and also analytical for gold. Once we get those back, then we can provide that information to the toll treatment facilities available, and then they can work out the best way to put it into their plant. As you can see too on those pictures, the access in is very good. So there's great existing roads into both of those stockpiles to be able to pull them out quickly without a minimum of fuss. Just on another prospect that we picked up in the area with Van Uden, and that's the Gold City prospect. This hasn't had a lot of attention brought on it in the past. However, there was a lot of activity in the 60s there for small miners. They took ore out of there and then took it up to the Marvellock State battery that was running at the time in the 1960s. A little bit of drilling has been done there, defining multiple gold lodes there. but there's a lot more to be done. Just in terms of how smaller size has been actually intensely drilled, the arrow there is pointing to where that picture is from, and you can see how the rest of the tenement area is huge in comparison to that small size. There are a lot of soil sample anomalies all the way up that purple ultramafic trend to the north. So that's going to be another focus for us later on, and a potential second deposit is what we're hoping for there at Gold City. So what's the value proposition for TG Metals? Well, we're in two commodities. We've got the lithium project is just being ticking along at the moment and waiting for the lithium market to recover. But in the meantime, we're going full bore on our new gold project. It's got the Van Uden gold project's got heaps of potential for expansion, and retaining the Lake Johnson lithium project is a high value asset for future monetisation as well. Fast track potential. So we're in granted mining leases and granted miscellaneous licences. We've got everything in place. We actually got a small mining proposal in place with the mines department as well. Potentially that'll be granted in around August, and from then on we'll be ready to go on picking up our stockpiles and taking them off to nearby mills. So we'll plan to get into production as soon as possible. Take advantage of the high gold prices where they are now. If you're in a gold boom, you want to be producing. You don't want to just be drilling holes and getting more ounces. Ounces in the ground don't make your money by themselves. You've got to dig them up. Exploration upside, I've been through that in the slides, and it's a great project for that. Our geologists are very excited about the system. They can see where they can drill straight up, and as I said, it's always good to have somewhere where it's easy to go and plan a hole. We've got regional synergies too with our project, two projects being quite close together, so we can share resources between them. And we believe we've got a market advantage of having an advanced gold project at the current record gold prices. So on our next steps going forward, we've ticked a few boxes already anyway. We've got our resource up to JORC compliance 2012. We've done our bulk density test work as well for that resource. It's been independently verified as well by external consultants. We're now going through model interrogation by our mining engineers on our first pit designs. On the exploration front, we're doing our planning for our initial in-ground drilling, but plus we've also completed our surface stockpile drilling. That's all done, and we're looking at putting in POWs for future drilling campaigns. In near-term production, I've been through that as well. We've got our stockpiles are going to be the first cab off the rank, and then after that we'll be going and doing our first in-pit mining, and we're looking forward to getting stuck into that. It's not going to be a high capital cost thing for us because all of our infrastructure is in place, as you've seen. So we're on the pathway to production, and hopefully if I'm coming back here next time we would have produced a few ounces. Thank you all for your attention.